Evening, everybody. It's 6:15, and this is your closing comment for Tuesday, the 25th of January. And it is video number 1122. Okay, the biggest disparity today amongst all of the markets was clearly the Dow, which actually made it from down 818 to actually up on the day before refading into the close and closing down 66.77, just under 0.2%. Advanced declines were 3 to 2 to the downside. However, the technology stocks did not fare anywhere near as well, nor did the S&P, nor did the transports, nor did the Russell. NASDAQ was down 315.83. It was the biggest loser at 2.28%. Right behind that was the transportations, down 254.5, 165%. The Russell was down 29.48. That's just under 1.5%. And the S&P was down 53.68, 1.2%. Volume was dramatically lower than it was yesterday. Yesterday's 6.9 million was a 40% increase. Today we gave all that back and only traded 4.9 million. So 30% lower. As far as the reason the Dow did so much better was pretty simple. There were a bunch of Dow stocks that reported beats and were higher. Johnson & Johnson, 167.63, up 466, or 2.9%. American Express, 172.96, up 14, 8.8%. IBM, which was all over the place last night. It had gotten up to 138, I believe. We talked about it this morning. When we talked about it, it was only up $1.20 at 130 even. It managed to climb right back up and close 136.10, up 728, 5.7%. Lockheed Martin was a big winner today. Also, closed at 387.18, up 13.85, or 3.7%. When they disclosed that the Department of Justice is going to sue to stop the deal that they made with Aerojet Rocketdyne. I just love the name of that company. However, Aerojet was 36.65, down 8.35, or 18.6%. NVDA was also dramatically weaker, 223.25, down 10.48, or 4.5%, on the news that it looks like they're going to have to abandon their $40 billion deal to buy ARM Holdings. After the close, we had two more big names, F5, which beat top line, beat bottom line, but gave poor guidance. The stock had closed 221.14, down 553 before the number came out. After the number came out, it traded all the way down to 178.5. The last is 189, and that's down 37.67. So it came back $10, but that's still 16.6%. Microsoft beat on all metrics. Another one that they took to the woodshed today. It had closed 288.49, down 7.88. And after the earnings came, as I said, beating all metrics, the stock traded all the way down to 268.88. However, after their call, which is ongoing right now, the stock has completely shaken it off and made it all the way back to 290, which is $1.50 higher than the regular market close. So it shows as down 537 when it was down 788 at the close. As far as the futures markets today, the oil was up 229. So it had a little bit of weakness. It got down yesterday into that an area that I was actually pretty surprised about. Today it made a higher low at 82.99 and closed 85.60. Gold also up. 1852.50 up 1080. The chart on the screen is the Bitcoin because of everything that has happened in the last couple of days, and clearly we came down hard. On Thursday, we went from 43,000 to 42.6. On uh, Friday, we closed down 4,500. Yesterday, we were all the way down to 32,855. And even though we closed 4,500 higher than that, we were still down 960. But today, it was a very narrow range inside day, 35.7 and a quarter to 37.750. So it held in there, and tonight it is down just 90. So I'm actually pretty impressed with the way it's acting. Let me show you on the weekly. We came pretty close to hitting this 200 week, I believe it is. No, it's the 100 week moving average, the red line here. We also stayed, this was a number that we had talked about over the weekend and again yesterday as being the area that it looked like it was really going to try and close that gap. That gap was between 32.9 and 34.3. We got down to 32,855 and closed that gap. So we'll see how it acts in here. Ethereum was also in the same position, kind of quiet today, and it's up about $9 tonight. Okay. By the way, tomorrow's radio show has a company. I'm not going to give you the name or the symbol on it yet. You'll have to listen to it tomorrow at 11:10. And it's a very exciting, hot button issue. Um, if you have kids or grandkids, you cannot help but like this company. All right, everyone. I'll be back first thing in the morning and before the radio show at 11 o'clock Eastern Time, I will post the symbol. Have a good one. I'll be back in the morning.